All right, I wanted to hook up the heater hoses and the coolant to the radiator from the engine, and then I haven't touched this engine since it was rebuilt, so I'm doing a quick flush on it. So just real simple. I've just got the new hoses, and then I just basically just sealed the hose at one end, and then just so I don't get everything all wet. I got just my vacuum hose, and then hooked it up for the outlet, and we'll turn it on slow, and then we'll get this flushed out. I felt really stupid. My thermostat was still in, so took it out. All right, so we got some flow. All right. So we'll have to hold this for about a minute or so. All right, we're good. Let's get the hose off. Okay, so no rust, nothing, no other debris came out. It was a clean water. So far so good. I didn't see anything that was in there, so that's good news. And then what I'll do is I'll take the oil plug off, make sure there's no water in there, and we're good to go. All right, back in the garage where I have a dry space. Yep, so we're good. No water, no water coming out, so we're good to go. So let's get those hoses on. All right, so for the hoses, okay. This is bottom left of the radiator to and from the engine. I got the GM model one. So this one does have a little spring on the inside. Okay, so it gives it an extra oomph. And then this is the top right. Let's see here. This one here is a small one. That is the for the sorry guys, I'm just drawing blank. That's the out port out of the engine for the heater core, and that is the in. So the one that goes in is a larger diameter. So here's the in into the. Okay, so we've got two different sizes. So this one here goes to the top one, and this one here goes to the bottom one, because you can tell by the sizes. All right, I got my clamps. So let's get these on. All right, so I got a dry fit. So you may have to cut these. I mean, it's not going to be a perfect fit. You can see he has a little bit more of a bend here than it does here. So I may cut maybe 1/2 inch off of this one, and that one down there is pretty close. And you can see it's leaning in this way just a tad, so I may cut maybe 1/4 off of that one. So I'll cut these just a little bit. All right, it's better. I cut quite a bit off. I think I cut about maybe 1 1/4 inches off of this one here, and then just a 1/2 inch off of that one. That worked out pretty good. So just once you put it on, don't forget to put on your clamps. So I took that off a couple times just to get it right. You can see how many times I cut it. I used wire cutters, and you just kind of go all around the circle to get a clean cut. If you try to use a saw, it just chews it up real good. So I used wire cutters. It worked out just great. Had a nice clean cut to it. All right, and then we'll get the radiator ones in. I mean the heater core ones. All right, just a little tip for getting these on here. My pliers, I grab onto them and they would slip out and just go flying. So I just was using this plastic bag here, and I put it on inside the bag so that when it flies away, I don't lose it. All right, and then once you get them on, it's easy to pliers and slide them back. I didn't do any research. I'm sure maybe there's a tool or another special way to get these suckers on, but I'm just using pliers and sliding them on. All right, once you've slid on the heater core. All right, so the exit out of the engine into the heater core comes goes at the bottom. So you got this clamp here. So this one here, the bottom one is a smaller exit, and then the large one goes on top. Okay, and then as you install, there's plenty of length here. So the larger one comes in and it just kind of takes a straight dive about like that. Okay, so you have a good length. I mean, you almost got a what, 1.5 feet to cut off of the sucker, and then the other one kind of curves in over on top, about like that. So I'll cut it now, and then see how it fits, and then recut it again and kind of give it a good fit. All right, here we go. So again, the smaller one goes on the bottom, large on the top, and then it goes under your battery. So this is your the black, your ground. So your ground goes over, and the big one goes under, and then the small one goes over. Okay. And that's it. I mean, my car is super simple.